Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Winchester and today I'm going to show you how to build on the map Dune Patrol. I'll show you a basic build order. Of course I cannot promise you that every time you will try to use this build order it will be successful, because you know that this game has different situations. For example, if your opponent wants to establish some kind of pressure on you, you may have to modify your build order in the right way that is better for current situation. But at least the build order that I want to show you is pretty basic, and you can use it as a template to build on this map correctly. Some words about this map is that this map is pretty Soviet. It is good for Soviet players, especially for those who just started in the career in Red Alert 2, Yuri's Revenge, to start with this map to see how the things going on here. Also, this map is pretty popular, and when I log in cnc.net, I always see this map in games 1 versus 1, so it's good to know how to build correct on this map. And I'm gonna show you 3 types of build orders, 3 types of one build order. I better say like that. Further you will understand why it is same build order, why it
New
is
construction options.
feels
Building.
differently. So
Construction complete.
first build order will
New
look like
construction
this.
options.
We build
Building.
down to the
Construction
south part
complete.
of the map,
Building.
and we
New
want to
construction
mine
options.
these gems.
New rally point established.
I sent my dogs in different sites to scout the map, because I want my map revealed and to see what my enemy doing. Also, I keep my dog
Construction
here
complete.
because I don't want
New
enemy
construction
dogs
options.
to stand
Building.
here and interfere my build order. I don't want her
Unit lost.
to cover place and to mess my builds, because if he would be enemy dog, I would not be able to put my refinery, and I want my refinery as close as
Construction
possible
complete.
to ore. So
New
here
construction options.
I
Building.
put war factory. I get 1 drone. Also
Unit
I
ready.
get 2 miners, and I order 1 refinery. I need this drone in case if my enemy decides to NG rush me, for example, or
Unit
something like
ready.
that, or if I decide to kill
Construction
his
complete.
dogs. Now I put 1 refinery.
Building Soviet economy. Let's keep
I can
the
sell
ore
it
moving.
in the same time,
Building
but I
Soviet
keep
economy.
it.
Equal share for
I wait
everyone.
until my
Unit ready.
my next miner will be done. Then I watch if my enemy has drone. If enemy doesn't have drone, I
Moving
make expand.
construction.
I put
Unit ready.
As
my
quickly
MC
as possible.
here.
Insufficient funds. New construction
Pride of the working
options.
class.
Building.
Then I order 1 ore refinery.
Unit
Because I want
ready.
to place it here and start mining in the middle of the map, in the middle
Waiting
patch.
orders. Moving.
I already
Unit
can
ready.
sell 1 of my refineries.
Construction
I want to sell
complete.
this one
Structure
and
sold.
get this one. Then
Building.
I have to build power plant, because
Unit ready.
my power is low.
Construction complete.
I put it here because I want to expand to another ore patch.
Building.
Vehicle reporting.
Unit
Moving.
ready.
Ore miner here. Vehicle reporting. Moving. Building Soviet economy. Equal share for
Unit
everyone.
ready.
I switch my
orders.
miners. I already
Location
have 5
confirmed.
Construction
miners.
complete.
I want them to mine here.
Ore miner here. Making Russia strong.
Unit
Now I
ready.
have,
Let's keep the ore
when I
moving.
have
Building.
2 war factories, I can
Vehicle
build radar.
reporting. Location confirmed. Ready reporting.
Unit
Moving.
ready.
Because probably I will have
Construction
Ready.
probably
complete.
I will have the need of desolators.
New
I put
construction
it
options.
Here. Maybe
Unit
I can
ready.
put it here.
Building.
Next I want to
Vehicle reporting.
get my 3rd war
Location
factory, because I have economy of
Unit
5 miners
ready.
of ore on ore, and it is enough to
We are
sponsor
armed.
my war machine.
Pride of the working
Not
class.
so enough, but okay.
We are armed.
Unit ready.
Relocating operations. Pride of the working class. Equal share for
Vehicle
everyone.
reporting.
Construction
Making
complete.
Russia strong.
And as soon as I get my third war
Unit
factory,
ready.
I want to build
Building.
sixth miner, and I want to start mining this ore patch.
Unit ready.
Ready, comrade.
So I order another ore refinery.
Insufficient funds.
Pride of the working class. Vehicle reporting.
Unit
Changing
ready.
position. Vehicle reporting. Changing position.
Construction
War miner here.
complete. Unit
War
ready.
miner
Okay, I
here.
want this
Down.
guy
We will need
plane
war
ready.
miner here.
Unit ready.
Now when I have 6
Building.
miners, I can go to high tech. Go in high
Unit
tech.
ready.
Building Soviet economy.
On hold.
Relocating
I'm running
operations.
kinda low on
Cancelled.
money, so
Equal share
Warning.
for everyone.
Iron curtain detected. Unit ready.
Pride of the working class.
so I
For
control my
Soviet
miners
people.
to get
War
ore
miner here.
faster.
Pride of the working
Unit
class.
ready.
Relocating Russia strong. For Soviet people. Looks like good place to mine.
Switch my miner to
Building
another
Soviet
ore patch.
economy. We are armed. Let's keep the ore moving.
Construction complete. Building.
Now I am out of
Low
power,
power.
but I get my
New
nuclear
construction
reactor.
options.
Making
Building.
Russia strong.
Ready, comrade.
Soviet people. We are armed. We
Looks
are
like good
armed.
place to mine.
Construction
Let's keep the
All
ore
complete.
moving.
miners on this
Pride
patch.
of the working class.
Get my reactor and sell my
Structure
Tesla reactors.
sold.
Waiting orders.
Da.
Waiting for my iron
Building.
curtain to be built. Also, I can build this building, but I'm not
Unit
sure
ready.
if this building is needed on this map
Construction
because
complete.
it's cost
Unit
2,500,
ready.
and I think it's too much because from every tank built after this building is
Unit
placed,
ready.
from every tank you will get like 225, something like that.
Unit
So
ready.
on 225 credits every tank would be cheaper, and I don't think that it is
Unit
enough to
ready.
get all that paid off.
Waiting orders.
So I don't think
Location
that it is
confirmed.
good
Unit
investigation
ready.
on this map. Probably you can try it, but I didn't
Vehicle
see much
reporting.
difference.
Location
Unit ready.
moving.
So probably we better spend our
Unit
2050
ready.
on
Building Soviet
more
economy.
tanks.
Relocating operations. We are armed.
So while
we are Soviet
Unit
people.
ready.
Relocating operations.
Training.
while we
Force
see
shield ready.
that
Waiting
our
orders.
ore
We are
that we are
Unit
running
ready.
out of ore,
At once,
we can
comrade.
gather like 4 or 5 miners.
Pride of
Gather
the
them
working
into
class.
our
Unit
forces.
ready.
Probably we'll get
Unit
Equal
ready.
Four
share
guys.
for
Ready,
everyone.
comrade.
Location confirmed. Ready, comrade.
and we
Unit
can go
ready.
to attack because
Iron
we don't
curtain
we
ready.
don't need these 4 miners anymore. We are
Unit
Oh,
we
ready.
are good with 2
Unit
miners.
ready.
Fate is with me.
New rally point established.
Also, instead
Unit
of building
ready.
a building, we can
Warning,
invest in
nuclear
more
silo detected.
desolators and borers.
Insufficient funds.
I think this investigation would be more useful.
Desolator.
Unit ready.
Mercury rising. Find a hot spot.
So we see
We
one
are
guy
armed.
came
Equal
here,
share
we
for
send him
everyone.
back.
Relocating operations. We are armed.
Ready for meltdown.
And it's pretty all. We have mined all the ore on the map. It was fast.
Ore
And
miner under
we
attack.
can just go and fight with our enemy.
Unit promoted.
Not a big deal. It's a simple map to start with. If you just
Unit promoted.
starting to play Red Alert 2.
Unit lost. Unit promoted. Player defeated.
As I
You
told
are
to
victorious.
you, this build order is pretty basic. The whole idea is to get 6 miners economy, then to get 3 war factories, and then to go in high tech and build the Iron Curtain. I don't like to build nuclear missile here because, as you have seen, there is no much money here on that map. Also, if you, for example, see that your opponent built 0 miners from war factory, you can build only 1 miner from war factory, not 2, and get ready to handle his pressure. But I think that the key to victory on this map is to get your economy of 6 miners. Another interesting build on this map is probably pretty the same that like our previous one, but the little difference is that we want to build in the middle. It's a little more tricky than building down, but it has its profits. So the advantage of this build is that if you face Soviet opponent, it's harder for him to drone your miner, or if, for example, if you want to be aggressive, you can put your war factory as close to enemy base as it possible. But also, the disadvantage of this build is if you want to play safe, if you want to play not aggressively, if you want to establish good economy, go 2 miners from war factory, it means that you're more vulnerable for opponent who wants to play aggressive because your economy is closer to his base. So you see where our miner is mining right now, so we know that if opponent will want to make some pressure, it's easier to reach our miners here than it was when we built to the bottom side of the map. So at first we go 2 miners from war factory as basic, because as you remember we have to make 6 miners. We want to have economy of 6 miners, then 3 war factories, and then go into high tech. So as you can see now, I put my refinery, scout with my dog, building some tanks, have second miner. Now I switch my MCV to another placement. Want to establish want to expand my economy to the bottom of the map like I did before, but in previous build I expanded my economy to the middle, and this time I want to expand my economy to the bottom of the map. So you see I'm kinda low on money right now, but it's okay. I put my refinery, have low power, then sell 1 refinery, get power back. Now I have to order power plant because my power is low right now. I put my power plant. After power plant I have to build war factory, my second war factory, to increase building speed of my tanks. And once I've built my second war factory, I have to select to build a third war factory or to go into raider. I prefer to build raider because I think that economy of 5 miners here will be not enough to finance my war machine, because as you see in the middle my ore field is almost exhausted, and I have to have my third refinery as soon as possible, as soon as I can. So I go to third refinery after raider, because I want my miners to switch to third patch of ore. So you see I've built ore refinery. My miner, I didn't notice that my miner went to enemy's ore patch. I've noticed it only during editing of video. You see him getting back with ore. It kinda made some damage to my economy because this miner wasn't mining the closest ore that he could. Now I build a third war factory, because now when I have economy of 6 miners I can allow myself to spam tanks from 6 war factories, so that will make me stronger, that will get me as many tanks as possible. And also don't forget to use your raider to get deserts, because deserts will be very useful, especially as you can see against allies, how my desert doing against paratroopers. Of course it's not that easy done online, but anyway, deserts are so good in this game, so against any opponent or any fraction. You can use them. Now I built battle lab, ordered power plant. I mean nuclear reactor, because it's the best power plant in the game. Ordered iron curtain, because I want to have iron curtain on this map when I have 3 war factory production. I've sold my 3 power plants because I don't need them anymore, so I want to get some cash back from selling them. And I'm mining ore, but as you can see that my ore is almost exhausted. Only 1 patch of ore, and these 3 miners on the top of the map, or already 4 miners on the top of the map, will get this ore very quickly for me. And when I'll be running out of ore, I probably have to select all of my miners, or not all of my miners. I can select 4 miners, 5 miners, and add them to the group of my forces, so I can assault my enemy, or use these miners to protect myself, because these miners are very good in absorbing damage of enemy tanks, enemy infantry. Also, they are very good against infantry, of course. So what we are doing now is we are just preparing ourselves for combat, for attacking of our opponent. You see that all ore patches are exhausted, so I'm getting in my miners. I'm getting done with paratroopers, and I want to establish my assault with using of these miners, because I don't need them anymore on the ore operations, because all ore already gathered for me, and I can go battling. Pay attention that we play against easy AI, but while you will be playing against good opponent, your opponent will probably do the same, because his ore will be also gathered. So I attack my opponent, kill his buildings one by one. You can just enjoy this show. I have much more tanks than easy AI, not surprising, but I also have miners, and I have IC that I don't use in this video. So that's pretty all for this build order. Now let's talk about our next build order. In third build order, I'm gonna show you how to build on this map without moving your MCV, because probably playing against Soviet opponent you will want not to move your MCV and build straight. And it's pretty very important, because as I told before, your opponent may want you to be droned by his drone early when you move your MCV. Of course, your opponents probably will not be stupid and will try their chance to get your MCV droned by the drone, and once they succeeded, you will have some troubles. So let's go to our game. So at first we'll start building like we did in previous time. In our first time we built straight to the bottom of the map to get bottom ore. Send in 3 dogs. 1 dog I decided to leave like I do it online, because if our opponent will put his dog here, he will block our placement, and we don't want it, because we want to place our ore refinery as close to ore as possible. Then when we got our refinery, we order war factory, of course, getting my opponent scouted. I want this map opened all over the place, because this map is not big. And I put my war factory as close to the middle as it is possible, because I want my second refinery to build in the middle. It will allow me to get middle ore without moving MCV. and it is what you want, because if you are scared about getting drowned, we want to mine ore without moving our MCV. But pay attention that this build is not as simple as it looks like, because you have to control your miners a lot if you don't want to run low on money. Of course, we don't want to stop our production, and we have to return our miners manually by paying them a lot of attention. So this build is probably not for newbies, I think. So I build another refinery because I want 5 miners on ore. 4 miners is not so much. At the same time, I'm building tanks, because you also always have to build tanks when you play Red Alert 2. So I get my last, not last refinery, but my 5th miner, and put refinery as close to the bottom ore as it's possible. Then I build a power plant. So now when my economy consists of 6 miners on ore, I build second war factory. Doing good with that. Do some scouting when it's possible, when I'm not busy. Build second war factory. Then I usually build raider. Yes, raider placed. Then after raider I decided to build a third war factory. But probably it will be a good option to build the 6th miner, to build a refinery instead of war factory, and after war factory to build it could be of a good option. For example, at first I made a third war factory, and then I decided to build a refinery. I'm building a refinery right now on video, but in your case, you probably may want to get third refinery, a refinery on the third patch of ore before you place third war factory, and it's probably a good option, because our economy will be better than mine now, because as you can see, I'm kinda running out of money. And if you wanted to, for example, if you established an early pressure, you built dogs, or if your opponent could establish early pressure, he forced you to build some sentry guns or dogs or infantry. So probably building a refinery before third war factory is better. But now I'm not under pressure, so I decided to go 3 war factories and then to go in refinery. Now I'm switching all my refineries to the ore patches that are not gathered, selling my power plants because I already have nuclear reactor on the map. I'll place my iron curtain, wait for it to be ready, then I'll grab all my miners, not all of my miners, but most of them, and go to attack my opponent. Of course, in online game, if my opponent is equal opponent, he will do some pretty same things, so it have to end up in micro in battle, so the one whose micro control is better will win. But against not equal opponent, it is an easy win for me. So let's just wait until our miners mine all the ore that left on my side, and let's go to attack our opponent. Now I've got all my forces, and I decided just to finish off my enemy because I don't know what to say else. This map is pretty simple, that's why I don't really enjoy playing it, because it's very predictable. But to be honest, this map is very easy to start with, and this map is very popular, probably because most of new players like to create games one-on-one games with the name one-on-one good players, and they usually create this map. That seemed like a map for good players, but probably for players who are the beginners but pretend to become good. This map is pretty good to start with, and now you have good build orders to show your skill online. So if you like this video, don't forget to put like under that video, and don't forget to subscribe, because I have more plans to record build orders about different maps. I started with Dune Patrol because, as I said, this map is pretty easy to master it and pretty easy to play. So if you're a starter, you can go and play this map right now. So good luck in your online practicing, play RA2, get better. It was Winchester. Good luck on your battlefield, Commander. Goodbye.